Hi guys, Angie Bell with My Fairy Treasures. Okay, you guys, I am coming at you today with moving my tea. Alright. I'm coming at you guys today with vintage altered file folder. So, Olivia Hernandez, she was talking to me about these altered file folders, and she goes, haven't you been altering file folders for a long time? I said, yeah. But, I mean, I wasn't the one that came up with the idea. I'm sure people have been altering file folders for forever. But, I hadn't done it in this way, so I was excited. Okay, so let me show you the back of it, and then I'll fold it up for you. You know, just a second. I have my iPad up here. I got my tea. I've got to give up some stuff here. Can't be having everything up here. All right. We'll put the iPad away and keep the tea. Okay. All right, so see how this is a file folder. I put 3 file folders together. Okay, and we'll talk about how I put this together in just a second. Anyway, you know, I'm going to pause you guys because I want to go grab some file folders. So just a second. Okay, you guys, I'm back. Before I show you how I decorated it, let me show you how I created these file folders. Okay, so how I created this file folder. You have 2 file folders, right? Let me come up a little closer. Okay, open them up. One thing I would do right away is just cut this off. Cut that off and cut that tab off so everything fits into each other nice and smooth. So I take this one here and I put it inside of here. Just like that. And even this here, cut this off too. See this right here? Cut that off. You can use this line here and just cut this off with your paper trimmer. Okay? So, in fact, let me just do that and I'll show you what that looks like after you do that. Because I know somebody's going to be like, well, I don't understand. And I understand that. It's better when people show people things. At the same time, building your file folder, it's not take a long time, but it takes enough time that I can't. I'd have to make an entire video to go step by step, but I'm going to tell you guys enough information you'll be able to do it yourself. Okay, so there we go, just like this. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to take your stapler and staple all here and all here, right? And then, and I'll just go ahead and do that really quickly. Okay, and then staple here. Leaving this right here as a pocket, right? Perfect. Okay, now, for this to shut like I want it to, I need to go ahead and cut this off like how I was talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and get my paper cutter out again and cut this off. And people are going to ask about exact measurements. You don't need to do exact measurements. Once you start doing this work, you'll understand. You want things to fold and fit right. If it doesn't fold and fit right, take off a little more, like I'm doing right now. So you want these tabs off, and then I needed to still do a little bit more, so I did. Okay? That could have been cut straighter, but it's not. Oh well. Okay, but see, now, let me just show you something. Now this can fold in here, right? And this can fold in here, right? Yay. But this tab right here that's hanging off, let's just cut that off. So after you do what I told you in the first place, go through and just cut anything hanging off that you don't want hanging off. Well, this is the thing. If you cut off all these tabs, you're pretty much going to solve all your problems. Right? Right. We can cut this off a little bit more. Just a little bit more. If you don't have a paper cutter, get one. And I don't always tell you guys to run out and buy something, but I'm telling you right now, this is worth its weight in gold. You will use it forever, no matter what you're doing. It's not just for doing this. You'll use it with card making, junk journaling, art journaling, whatever. You'll always use this. Okay, so you guys have seen me do all of this now. So we started by putting this folder inside of this folder. Get all those tabs cut off, okay? And cut everything down so that everything can fold up just like this. Isn't that fabulous? Now, it's up to you. You could keep this tab here thing on if you want, or you can cut it off. I'm going to cut this off too and cut that straight. So cut your tabs off and cut this straight also. If you cut all your tabs off and cut this nice and straight, you should be just dandy. Okay, so there we go. Everything folds into everything. Oh, actually, when I cut that tab off there, it needs to be cut just a tad more so that it folds. Just a little bit. So, see, now it folds and everything. So what you want to do is you want to cut off all your tabs, cut off that little thing that was right here. Then if you still need to trim off a little bit more so that everything folds into each other, trim off a little bit more, okay? So see how easy that is to do? Now, when you do that, when you, oh, I had it upside down. When you put your staples in here and put your staples in here, that attaches both folders together, also creates a pocket. So now you have this beautiful pocket right here, okay? So let's fold everything up. The other thing I want to show you is you have another pocket. See? It creates another pocket here. So if you have everything open like that, you close that, you still have another pocket right here. You just end up with that pocket. And that pocket is created from here, from stapling here and stapling here. Okay? So now you can stuff things in there. Okay, so that's how that's made. And now I have another one already made for my next one that I want to do. So, yay me. Okay, you also want to get, grab some like 2 more file folders, and I'll show you why, because you're going to make pockets with those. Okay, before I show you the inside of this, this is the outside, okay? And I already decorated it. I already did my mixed media on it. So I just want to show you guys that, because this is the goal. This is what we're going to do. Same thing that we did I did on the outside, we're going to do on the inside to decorate the inside. And then we're going to do tags and all kinds of stuff. So this project's going to be, we'll be working on this project for a little bit, which I'm excited about. Isn't this gorgeous, you guys? So this is a mixed media background. And then there's a magazine called Where Women Create. And if you go to the magazine, wherewomencreate.com, they'll have all these old issues for like $1, $2, $3. This is a $14 magazine, and it has fabulous images in it. And so I'm always going through these. I bought a bunch at like $2, $1, $3, and I'm always ripping out cool images out. So these are all from those magazines, and I collage those all together here with a bunch of mixed media techniques background. That's a butterfly from Dollar Tree Decals. This is the back of the whole thing, which I think, and I did this whole collaging thing here with a mixed media background. I think it looks gorgeous. And then look at that one. That's the last page. And I collaged all of this together. These are butterflies from the Dollar Tree Decals. And this is from my rose book, from the Rose American Society of Roses. It's a book, and it's just a book full of roses. You get them for $5. A book yay thick. I'll show you guys. I have it right here. That's the book. It's called the Ultimate Rose, American Rose Society. This book is only like $5. Yeah, I can't believe it. It's full of roses. So you can use it in your mixed media, in your collage work. I'd be getting that if I was you. Anyway, because I put that rose there, I put a rose there. These decals are from the Dollar Tree decals I always get. I did a beautiful mixed media background and collaged all this together. Okay, so this here is what we're going to do on the inside. Now I'm going to turn this around. The beauty will be gone because now this is the inside. Okay, let me show you. This is the first page here, and I created pockets, right? 1, and 2, and 3. Okay, look how they're nice and gusseted. Okay, all these have some room in them, so we could stuff a bunch of cool. We're going to make a bunch of cool tags beautiful envelopes. We're going to stuff this thing full. It's all going to be mixed media style. But when you make these, all you have to do is simply, that's why I said to grab an extra, 2 extra file folders. All you have to do is simply get your file folder, separate these, and start measuring out your pockets. Well, first of all, your first one, you want it to be almost the length of the page. You want to have it about that length, right? The next one you want to cut about that length. And the third one you're going to cut at that length, see? So your longest ones start first. So your longest one, the file folder is from here to here, okay? Then you cut another file folder that goes from here to here. And your shortest file folder you're going to cut is going to go from here to here. You'll know how, I mean, it's going to be the width, right? The width of what your file folder is. And it's only the length of each section. So it's easy. And you can figure those out. As you're doing it, believe me, it'll just come to you. It's very easy. So that's that page. The next page here, you don't have to do anything to it because we already created that pocket, remember? Oh, this is what I want to tell you. Very important. These have gusseted pockets. That's what I was going to tell you. And how you get a gusset pocket is you take what is this called? A scoreboard. If you don't have a scoreboard, I would get a scoreboard. You can get all this stuff at Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, and use a coupon. This you'll end up picking up for about $15 with the coupon. That cutter you'll pick up again $15 with the coupon. Tuesday Morning always has cutters and a lot of times has scoreboards. So this is a scoreboard. The other thing was a paper cutter. So what you want to do with your scoreboard is you want to take your this thing, and at 1 inch you want to score at every inch. At 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch. I've already scored this. That's why I'm not going back over this. I've already scored this. Okay, so 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch, 6 inch, 7 inch, 8 inch, all the way across, right? So then you have these, I'm going to show you. You have these little gussets that you're creating. These little hinges, that's what I'll call them. And how you do is you cut them out like this. You have that score in the middle, right? Make sure you guys can see that perfectly. And you just go like this. Now that's a hinge, right? All right, so you got a hinge. So when you are making any type of a pocket, I would put a hinge in because then that gives you a gusseted pocket so you can put more stuff in your pockets. So when you put these on here, before you either double stick these down or you can use hot glue, you put the hinge down like this. Okay? And then you put your hinge down and then you glue your hinge onto the back of this. And then you glue this down. So, let me show you. Let's suppose this was a pocket. You take your hinge, you put some double stick tape here or hot glue, put that down, right? Then, and you'll cut off this excess. Then you take, again, double stick tape here, right here, and you always line up the crease side with the outer edge here, okay? Then you'll take and put some double stick tape on top of here or hot glue, close that, bam. Now you have a gusseted pocket so that this can open up more, see? So, easy peasy. If you have any questions, ask me below, but I start making one first and then ask me questions if you have them, because once you start it, with the tips I just gave you, you'll be able to easily just figure it out. And if I get enough questions and people really are confused, then I will make a video on just how to create this. But I think with all that explanation and the tips, you should be able to do it. Okay, so then the last page of our altered file folder is this one. Again, here's another pocket, so we can put a bunch of stuff in it, right? And I did one of those gusseted pockets again, so that there's some room in here, okay? It's not going to be a huge amount of room, but it's not laying flat down, okay? If you want, I didn't do it, you could have instead of... Now, I like that I stapled this. I don't have as much of a gusset. Well, I do have enough of a gusset, though. I don't have as much of a gusset if I would have done a pocket, but this was nice and quick. It also created the It also created another opening. Where's that other opening at? Do I not have it on this one? Oh, how weird. Somehow the other one didn't get created on this one. Remember how I created on this one? I ended up creating this here, but it's not on this one. Okay, guys, I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know how that got closed. That's weird. Anyway, go with how I did this one for that, so you get that extra little gusset, or the extra little pocket that's right here. But anyway, so this again, do the same thing with making the hinges and measuring out how long you need your pocket, depending on how long this page is and how wide you want, how wide and how tall you want it. Like this pocket here, I stopped it here, but it could have been up to here if I wanted. Whatever you want to do. Okay, and the reason this looks messy is I had a bunch of, I took a stamp and stamped off a bunch of stuff on top of it, because it's what I had left on my stamp. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and start with this page here. And we're going to start building the backgrounds here, just like we did the front. It's going to be the same exact thing. And like always, we're going to start out with collage bits. Right. Okay. So hopefully all of that was clear enough. As you guys know me, the main thing I want to do is the mixed media part. That's my biggest interest, is the mixed media. And I just think it's so cool to do mixed media in different ways. And after this, I'm going to create mixed media stuffed envelopes. Or stuffed envelopes or stuffed pockets with file folders. And I've done that before. But we'll do another one to kind of match this whole thing, which I think will be really cool. Okay, let's get started with all of the collage bits first. Get rid of my hinges over there. That can go there. Okay, here we go. Oh, thank God my glue wasn't completely shut. All right. So we're going to start out with some dictionary paper, like always. I love me some old dictionary paper. Nothing better to me. And this isn't even coffee or tea stained, which I do coffee and tea stained paper. This was just old. It was sitting in my garage, just aging away naturally and just yellowing away. And I'm like, yes, please. All right, we're gonna have to do something about that. I'm gonna stick wax paper in between. Well, just maybe just be careful. Be careful not to glue your pockets together. So when you get that glue next to the edge, be careful, because you can easily glue your pocket down. We want to keep this not glued. We're going to stuff our pockets, and that's the thing we're going to do last. We will make tags. And a lot of times, you know, I make all these pockets and then I'm like, okay, we'll make tags later. No, I'm going to make tags right after we get done doing all of the mixed media. Then we'll make mixed media tags. So we'll probably be working on this same project for like, I don't know, a week and a half. So I hope you like the series, and I hope you follow along and make some of these altered file folders. And what I do is I try to make sure that I don't go over this edge here, because you want to you can come right up to it, but don't go over it, because you don't want to close your pockets. And if you don't get your collage bits right up to this, don't worry about it, because we're going to do all kinds of stuff to this. So we're going to colorize the whole thing with acrylic paints. So it'll be handled. So you don't have to worry. We got so much stuff to do. But it's just one small step after the next, and have fun while we're doing it. This is my favorite part of mixed media. It's just gluing paper down. It's like the same, I say it all the time, but it's the same repetitive thing over and over and over. And to do the same thing over and over and over doesn't relax some people, but it does me. That's probably why I like knitting. I spin art yarn, because you're doing the same thing over and over and over. They do say, though, that doing something repetitive really relaxes you. Okay, so let's just keep going. There's some more beautiful yellow paper that's just yellowed, and oh, I love it. Look how yummy that is. Again, these were books that were sitting. What happened was, these were books that were sitting in my garage. These were books that were sitting in my garage for probably years. I went past someone's house, and I am a true scavenger. This person, I saw they had a box full of books as I was driving by. It's one of my neighbors. And I was like, oh. So I just took those books, because I know I would love to use them in my mixed media, in my junk journaling, any of that kind of stuff. And I picked up the books. I threw the books in my garage. And then they just sat there over time, through winters and through summers and heat and cold. Just aged themselves up just right. I was like, yes, please. Okay, I like this paper, this music note paper better, because it has more music notes on it. So I'm going to go over, just a second, I'm getting all the white part off. I'm going to go back over the music notes that I just put on here, because this looks better. There we go. Okay, so make sure that your pocket's not glued down at all, and it's free and clear. Okay, and let's go to the next little section here. Now these sections you got to be careful with, because you don't have as much room to do your mixed media. Right. So it's just little pieces that you're going to put on. And if anything, go inside the pocket with your pieces. Instead of letting them hang over here, just let them hang inside of here. Just don't go inside the pocket and you'll be good. There we go. There we go. And what else we want to put on here? My fave is the Asian newsprint. You guys know I love that. When I do giveaways, I always send an Asian newspaper from Chinatown here in Vegas, which I just think that's cool to get something from somebody else's state, and something so cool. And you got something from Vegas. I think that's cool. I mean, if I didn't live here and someone gave me something that's originally from Vegas, something that, you know, they produced there, I'd be like, yeah. Okay, and then let's put this right there. All right, and then I got a little bit of glue here. Let's keep that clear. Let's make sure that this pocket's not glued down, and it's good. And let's go to the next pocket here. Okay. There we go. As soon as you see yourself getting some glue in here where you could actually end up closing the pocket, make sure you just have a baby wipe or a wet paper towel handy so that you can wipe that out. And in about 5 minutes, I'm forewarning you now, the video is going to cut off. Just go ahead and head to the next part, which will be part 2. When my camera does that, it doesn't stop, it just starts a new video. It's really stupid. I don't know why. That's the way it does it. For some reason, it was programmed not to tape longer than 30 minutes to start another video. So, I wished it was programmed to tape for an hour. It's my phone. And then start a new video at least. Anyway. I just better be happy I have a phone to tape with to make my videos. Okay, so now we have this little area up here at the top, not a real big area. Maybe get some little pieces of paper up here to decorate with. Not decorate, collage down. What am I saying? What am I saying? So I'm getting quiet on you guys. I'm focusing. Okay. There we go. All right, so let's take our baby wipe. Let's make sure there's nothing on the inside of here to glue that pocket down. Okay, let's check this pocket, make sure it's not being glued down. Let's check this pocket and make sure it's not being glued down. Awesome. And then what you want to do too is, while this is drying, just check and make sure that nothing's being glued down on your pockets. Because as things dry, things can, you know, kind of come together and start drying. So just double check it. Okay, so now we're going to do this page, which will be just even easier because this is just like a regular page. We have a pocket, but we don't have to worry. Just don't go over this line right here because, you know, that's the opening to your pocket there. Make sure you guys are still there. Okay. I'm going to start out with my dictionary page like normal. One thing I love about the summer here, I mean, I hate the summer because it gets to be like 104, 5, 6, 10, 14. Yeah, 114 it can get here in Las Vegas. It's just ridiculous. You know what's crazy though here? It gets really super hot, but if you've ever been here in the winter, it gets super cold. Like, it gets so cold that you want to wear some damn mittens and a scarf. That's how cold it gets here. And it can snow. It snowed last year. Not like piling snow, but enough to put some snow on the ground. But anyway, and we have up north also, like anybody else. And up north, it snows, and people ski and all that. But anyway, this long-winded explanation for this. But the reason I was saying all that about the weather is I love when I'm doing mixed media in the summertime, because I just put this outside, and within about 15 minutes, it's thoroughly dry. Probably even 10 minutes, but 15 minutes, whatever you're doing, that's how damn hot it is here. So you know, in about 15 minutes, you put that outside, you can continue with your work. It will be thoroughly dry. I'm not lying. This place is hot. Las Vegas is not playing with the weather. Okay. So we did a big piece of music note paper, which I love. Okay. And what are we going to do next? We're going to do a big piece of this this paper here. I don't know what, I'm not sure what the language is, but it's absolutely beautiful. Look at the writing. Isn't that gorgeous? I have a whole book about that thick of it that I got at a thrift store. And that's what I want to tell, something I want to tell you too. When you go to thrift stores, go in the book section and just look for books that have some cool stuff in them, or pages that are really yellow and then old and aged. I think the thrift store is one of the best places. Oh, the thrift store also will have the music notes, because people have asked me all the time, where do you get all your music notes from? I have books and books of music notes. Music note books. And that's where I get mine from. And it's from thrift stores. So same thing too with magazines. Thrift stores are great for magazines. All kinds of magazines. So are garage sales. I remember one time I was at a garage sale, and I have an eBay business, so I was there mainly to buy clothes to resell